welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing for February in celebration of Black History Month. I love doing this video every year, and I love dedicating the month to books written by Black author, predominantly African American author. I try, but sometimes I do read other Black authors from different part of the world. Now for this year, as any year all the years I've been doing this, we're gonna start with Read So Lit. And this year, of course, Dee Dee selected a book already, which I added. So I made my list to my TBR, and as well as the photo challenge that I've been doing for so many years now. I'm not sure how many years. If Dee Dee, if you're watching this, how many years has it been that we've been doing the photo challenge on Instagram? So if you are not familiar, you can check out her channel, the Brown Girl Reading, as well as her Instagram. On Instagram, she also have Brown Girl Reading, but she do have one dedicated to Read So Lit as well, so you can go check those out. Now the book she selected is a treat because it won the Pulitzer Prize back in 2003, and this is The Known World by Edward P. Jones. I am not familiar with this author, shame on me. I know, but I picked it up. It is beautiful cover. I love this. I love the flap coming out. It's also in the back. You get to see the author as well. So I was here for this, and I'm just gonna read a little blurb in the back. Well, the description in the back where it says, for the main character, he was a 35-year-old, and for every moment of those years he has been someone's slave, a white man's slave, and then another white man's slave, and now for nearly 10 years the overseer slave for a black master. So you know it's gonna be heavy, but we're gonna get into this. I love the jagged edges. It's a beautiful book, and I'm gonna read it. It has, you know, it's considered powerful, and there's literally like 2 pages, literally 2 pages of blurbs from author publishers praising the book. So I'm here for it, and she always get those books that sometimes she has the author shows up for the discussion. So she will have a live discussion at the end of the month, and this discussion will be about the book. So I'm hoping to get on this early so I can finish the book and be able to participate in the live discussion. So that's book number 1. So the second book is a classic. Now these over here are all my Harlem Renaissance books that I've read, and there's about 3 left on there that I haven't read, and I picked, it was 4, so I took 1 off. And the goal this year, I want to finish all the Harlem Renaissance books that I own so I can add some new one. It's not that many left that I haven't read yet, but there's a few. Now this one I picked up is Fire in the Flint, and this is Walter Francis White, and this is about a doctor who went to the north to study to become a doctor. Now as years have passed, he went back down south with this idea that maybe things would have changed and he can open up his practice, but he's faced with the obstacle that he left, and how he's not going to navigate through that is what we're getting from this story. It's not a long one, but I know it's going to pack a punch because of the subject matter. But again, I'm going to be getting into this Harlem Renaissance book. The next book I have is romance. So I only have 1 on my list for my TBR list right now, but I do plan on reading others because some of these books are so heavy that I know I'm going to want to sprinkle it with some other books. And this one is Holden, and this is from Alexandra House. You guys know I read about 20 something of her books. There's, I think, this and one of the short stories she had released recently are the only books left in her catalog that I haven't read. So I really love this romance author. She never misses for me. And this is a sports romance. Now Holden is part of the series, the St. Louis series of these black hockey players. So this is not common you get in, especially sports romance. Typically it's basketball or football, but not hockey. But I'm here for it. I enjoyed the first one, so I'm going to read the second one. You don't have to read them in order because they're not really, even though it's a series, they're different characters. They just so happen to belong to the same team. So I'm going to get into that. Now we're going to get to the thriller, mystery, and suspense. And I've read 1 so far for January, 1 in December, and December was a pick from one of you guys for the author, which is S.A. Cosby. So of course I'm gonna pick up his latest book, which I've heard a buzz about because I love Razorblade Tears. So let's get into the newer one, the newest one that he has, which is All the Sinners Bleed. I enjoy the first book. Love his writing style, so I know I'm going to enjoy this, even though this one's going to be a little bit more heavier in terms of the fact that this is a black sheriff in a problematic state with racial tension, and he is also seeking political gain as well in his profession, and that comes with some things that he's having to deal with because there was a murder and a cover-up, that kind of deal. That's what I'm getting from this. So going in a little blind, it's gonna be, I know, fast-paced, because I went through that razor blade so fast. I know this is gonna be one of those where you're gonna want to keep turning because there's so much juicy stuff happening. So I'm here for this. Then we get a historical fiction, which is another author from a book that you guys recommended last year, which was Razor Blade. No, Razor Blade. What am I saying? Ooh, calm down, girl. I'm getting excited for this book. But you guys recommended Deacon King Kong. So when I know that the author was coming out with this book, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it. And that is the Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. Now, this is another one that I heard a lot of good things from. I heard a few people were like, eh, but I think a few people that was a person that still probably didn't like Deacon King Kong, because his writing style is a little bit in your face in terms of he's gonna hit you with a bunch of stuff in the beginning that overwhelmed you a little, and then he just kind of smooth it out as you go and you kind of get into it. And that's how I felt about Deacon King Kong, but I enjoyed that one. So I'm here for this. Now this one is a body was digged up, accidentally digged up, and it opened up floodgates of history within this town, and also who did it, why was the body buried, that kind of deal. So I'm here for this, but it's not considered a mystery suspense, but it feels like it has that element in it. It is considered a historical fiction, so I will see, we'll see how this one works out, and I'm here for it. So we're gonna get to this one. The next book is, I put under others because it falls under coming of age and psychological fiction, but I'm a little bit confused because the coming of age, to me, the character's already in her 20s and she's a black writer at some media company. This is Homebodies, and something happened where opportunity was ripped from her, so she wrote an article that kind of talked about some racial stuff and other things that was happening at the job, and she didn't really quite get the reaction. But you're getting in this is, did that really happen kind of deal. That's what I'm getting from the synopsis, but I'm not sure. Again, this is another one that's like, I don't get the coming of age part again, but it might be the part where she's going down memory lane and we're getting from her as a kid to now, and the psychological could be what she's interpreting what's going on. That's what I'm getting. But nevertheless, you know, we're going to read this, and I'm going to give you what the real juice is and what's really about. I do not like books with sketchy synopsis, but, you know, we're going to get through this one. And again, I'm going to be reading some other romance. So even though I only listed one, there's going to be probably some short novellas in between some of this to kind of lighten the mood of these heavy books. But I'm excited. I was going to put the only James Baldwin book that I own that I haven't read it. I think I've read about 9 James Baldwin books. There's, of course, there's more to read. But I have one here and some other books here that I'm might throw in the mix, but I didn't want to commit to that. I think I just want to commit to these and that one romance, and then once I complete those, not to mention I have the subscriber jar that I gotta pick from in February, and it may not necessarily be a book that's a part of Black history. It might be a hit or miss. Last year I don't think I did. I think I ended up with a classic that wasn't. But there will be at least one book from the jar I've read, whether or not it's a Black book or not. It's going to be read because that's a monthly thing that I commit to, that I enjoy doing. So we'll see what February pick will be, and that will be added to this TBR as well. So that is it. So let me know, what are you going to be reading? Are you going to participate in Read So Lit? I believe Blackathon is also doing something, and the only thing I could think of that I could probably like add to that is the fact that it's a book that has red, gold, and green. I don't see there's a shadow of green here. of green here in the moon. You can see the green on this side, and of course it has the red and yellow, well, red, yellow, red, gold kind of theme. So this is the only book I could think of that would be in the midst. She's doing, they are doing something completely different this year, and I guess it's supposed to be more subtle, of just picking some books that you can read that will be a part of that. There's some prompts that you can go check out on their channel to see what it's about. But yeah, so this is all the books that I'm committing to right now, and we will see, and I will review and do a lot of reading vlogs and some shorts and whatever, and give you my real take on these and whether or not I love them. And I'm praying, y'all, that these books are fire, that I'm gonna be like, yes, I have yet to read a 5-star book this year. Did I read a 5-star book yet? No, I have not read a 5-star book yet. I've read some 4 stars and a 3, but I have not read. So I'm hoping, you know, there's a 5-star up in this mix, and I can start off the year, you know, feeling like I'm reading some really, really good books. So anyway, guys, we're gonna end this video here. And again, let me know if you're gonna participate in Read So Lit, or what kind of books that you want to read, and have you read any of these books, and if you enjoy them, or if you didn't, doesn't matter, just, you know, in the comment, give me a little heads up. And I will see you in the next one. All right, guys.